Okay, I think we're live. Hooray! Hello, happy Saturday evening. Thank you for adjusting your time or coming in late, whatever is working for you. Today we had an event in Minot, so traveling at 7 a.m. and doing this at 7 a.m. just wasn't going to work today. And I have to be safe on the road. There's no Google Hangout and driving, and it would have been dark anyway. Okay, here we go. Boot camp number 9. Can you believe it's number 9? Oh my gosh, 10, 11, 12, 13. We only have 4 more to go. So exciting. Today's boot camp is about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And this is something that all of us have, and we all go through this hierarchy every day. So what I need you to draw for me is a triangle on your piece of paper. And then you need to divide your triangle into 6 sections, the smallest section being at the top. Okay? All right. In the bottom section, that bottom triangle, I need you to write physical needs. Okay? The next segment of the triangle up, you need to write safety and security needs. Then the next segment of the triangle is love and acceptance needs. Then the next section of the triangle is esteem needs. The next sections are now at the second to the top, self-actualization. And then the very top, the itty bitty little tiny triangle at the top, self-transcendence. Ooh, okay, I had to look up how to spell that word. Okay, so it's Transcendence. Self-transcendence. Ooh, our vocabulary is growing. Can you feel your brain cells? I can feel my brain cells getting bigger every day. Alrighty, so let's start with the first, the physical needs. Those are air, sleep, water, and food. Those are the basic physical requirements for survival. Air, sleep, water, and food. Those are the things we absolutely cannot live without. Okay? Your next segment, your safety and security, part of your triangle, that's your personal security, your financial security, your health and well-being, and your physical safety. Are you safe? That's in the next little triangle. Then the next one, so the third from the bottom, love and acceptance. That's human needs. That's your human need to be loved, and it's your human need to love others. This is friendship, it's intimacy, it's family, it's sexual, and it's non-sexual. All of those love and acceptance needs are in that box. Okay? Then the next, the esteem needs. That's the need to feel respected, worthy, adequate, accepted and valued by others. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. There's a difference between self-esteem, which is what you feel about you on the inside, your self-esteem needs. And then there's self-confidence. And self-confidence is what you portray to other people. Okay? Then the next box, the self-actualization, that's what a man can do, he must be. And so that's getting a little farther up. So that's becoming the person that God intended you to be, to realize your God-given potential, and to keep on going no matter what. The desire to become everything that you can be. And then the very top, self-transcendence. That's giving yourself to a higher goal outside of you. Some people call it altruism or spirituality. It's selfless concern for the well-being of others. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. So when you talk about your physical need, that's the thing that we all have to have. And you start every day of your life, you start with that physical need. Every morning when we wake up, we have everybody has those same 4 needs. We all need air, we all need sleep, we all need water, we all need food. Everybody needs those things. If you do not have those needs met for you, you can't move up to the next level. So this is kind of heavy stuff working on your brain and your well-being. So everybody starts every morning when we wake up. We start at the very bottom. Can we breathe? Did we good night's sleep? Did we get a good night's sleep? Is there food and water available to us? So everybody starts with that. You cannot move to safety and security unless that very bottom level of the triangle has been met. Okay, and the reason we're talking about these things is, or all these different levels, Maslow's hierarchy, is because number one, every day you start at the bottom. And you need to know where you yourself are so that you know if you're ready to move to the next level and your needs. You also need to know how to deal with these things with your children. Have you ever had crabby kids where no matter what you do, they just can't function? We were having Ainsley's 1-year-old pictures taken, and she's happy-go-lucky, and we're having so much fun. And then all of a sudden, Miss Krabby Pants, I'm thinking, who are you? I do not know you. She wouldn't cooperate. She wouldn't do anything. And we looked at the watch, and it was time for her to eat. She was starving. She just mowed down, ate a ton, and then she was happy as could be again. But she was missing one of those physical needs. She needed food. And we had been so busy taking pictures, we weren't paying enough attention to her. So you have to have food because she couldn't be happy and feel safe unless she had food. Okay, so when you get crabby, they call it hangry. That's kind of a nickname for that. Make sure you feed yourself because you need to have food. Okay, so food and water, you have to have food and water. So when you, not only with you yourself, but when you're dealing with your customers and with your team members, think to yourself, has their basic need been met today? So I know at our education centers, we always have water in the fridge because you can do without food before you can do without water. And after researching and studying this, I think I need to start having more food at the table besides chocolate. So maybe we have to start having pizza again every night before we get started. I'm not sure, but just thinking about it. Okay. So then your next need is personal security. Are you safe? Are you in a safe place? When you have a party with someone and you get ready and the party's over and you're headed back out to your car, do you feel safe when you go out there? Or would you feel more safe if you asked the hostess, can you just watch out the window until I get in my car? Or at our training center at night when we go outside, I know the first thing I do, I get outside and I look around and go, okay, am I safe out here? I can't even think about anything else until I know if the parking lot is safe and the lights are on. So safety and security. And that is also where that's where the financial place is. This is a place where money and debt are at this level. So if you have debt that you need to deal with, or if you need more money in your life, it's hard for you to move up into the next level if you feel like your needs aren't taken care of at the safety and security level. So protection from harm, feeling safe, and taking care of your debt, not necessarily paying everything off because we're in business and you have debt. There's just working capital business when you have a store. Think about the H&M that just opened here. Holy cow, I cannot imagine how many, probably millions of dollars worth of merchandise they have and how they flew the airplanes around. There is operating capital. You own a business. It's going to be some debt incurred at the beginning. So we really don't worry about our business debt so much. But if you have personal debt you'd like to take care of, we'll work on it in that section. Okay, then the next level is love and acceptance. Humans need to be loved and accepted. We need to give love and we need to receive love. Okay, so my husband's in the other room watching football, but I will share with you that Linda Tubin said, if you will take care of your husband's need for intimacy at least twice a week, things will go better at your house. Okay, so those are directions from National Sales Director Linda Tupin, and I have heard that at a lot of Mary Kay events that I've attended. When you get home from the event, you're so excited, and you're jumping up and down, and you can hardly wait to tell him about everything that's happened. But you need to remember his number one need, and for some reason, men just live in money and intimacy. So you'll have to figure that out in your own life. If you don't have a man, you don't have to worry about it, but just know that they need to have that taken care of about twice a week, according to Linda. All right, so side note. Okay, so love and acceptance are in that next level. So once you're feeling, you've got your air and your sleep and your water and your food, then you can move up and you're going to be safe. Okay, is my environment safe? Is my house a safe place to be? Am I in a great neighborhood? Am I driving a car that's going to take care of me and get me from point A to point B where I need to be? Okay, then once that's taken care of, then your next need is for warmth and affection and love and approval from others. Okay, and then the esteem level. This is the one that for me, I really got stuck here a lot. And some days I still get stuck here. And it's usually because I've let the voices inside my head mess with me. And I can't always get over that, but I'm working on it. And all you can do is keep working on it to improve every day. So your self-esteem is what you look and see when you look in the mirror. So when you look in the mirror and you see yourself, how do you talk to yourself? We just had training today, and part of it was talking to the girl in the mirror and convincing the girl in the mirror how wonderful she is. And that's part of your self-esteem, building your self-esteem. Be careful the things that you say to yourself. When you say something to yourself, and maybe it wasn't such a happy thing, think back in your head and think, would I have said that to my best friend? Would I have said that to a customer? Would I have said that to a team member? Would I have said that to my spouse or one of my children? If the answer is no, you need to write that down and then come up with a positive statement to replace that thing you just said to yourself. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. So if I say to myself, holy smokes, girl, your eyeshadow looks atrocious today. How in the world did you do that? I would never say that to you. I would never say that to a customer, but I would say it to myself looking in the mirror. So instead of saying that, my new phrase inside my brain that I've been saying every morning when I get my little palette out is, I am amazing at putting eye color on. Eye color is easy for me. I can get this on and it looks spectacular every day. So I had to replace what I was thinking with the new thought. Okay, another one that we might tell ourselves is, I don't have enough time for that. I'm so busy. I don't have enough time. The more you tell yourself that, you bring it into fruition. So now the replacement statement inside my head is, I always have more than enough time to accomplish everything I need to get done. So I'm working on my self-esteem, my self-talk, the things that I say inside my own head to myself. So part of our homework this week is going to be to make a list of those thoughts that get inside your head. Okay, so just write down one or two, or if you have more than one or two, you can write down as many as you want to. And then write out a replacement thought to go with it. A common one that I hear is, nobody wants to book a party with me. Okay, so you need to write that down. And then think inside your head a replacement thought. Everywhere I go, I am magnetic. Everyone I see can hardly wait to have a facial with me. Everyone wants what I have. I have the most magnetic personality. Everyone wants to be around me. So that's my new thought inside my head. That's how the self-esteem will get stronger, is by changing what you're thinking inside your head. Okay? We need to be accepted and valued by others. That's just part of that level that's in there. So I think the more time we spend with other people, you think about what you bring about, and you also get back what you give out. So when you are with other people, are you loving and accepting of them? Just answer that to yourself. Are you loving and accepting of other people? When you are loving and accepting of other people, no matter what, they will love and accept you back. So if you notice, a lot of these things are a two-way street, which is kind of interesting. Okay, then the next level is self-actualization. Becoming who you are truly intended to be. Remember, God doesn't make junk. You are all intended for incredible, amazing, fabulous things. So what is in your heart? What dream has God placed in your heart? If you knew you could do anything and make everything come true, everything you're thinking about, make every dream a reality, what would your life look like? What things would you make happen? Okay, so think about that, because that is part of your self-actualization. The desire to become everything that God meant for you to become. Okay, and then the last is self-transcendence. That is your ability to put yourself aside and give unto others. Whew, that's the highest level in the hierarchy of needs, because all of a sudden you are gone from the picture, and the only person you're helping is the people or the person that you're with. Ooh, does that make your brain swim? It kind of makes my brain swim. Think about you. Okay, so every day when you wake up, you're going to start at the bottom and you work your way to the top as you progress through the day. So hopefully by the end of the day, you're working towards self-transcendence. That's the goal, is being able to do for others. Okay, that's the main goal. And this study came about, by the way, by Mr. Maslow, and he studied top people at universities. That's where all this came from. You can look it up. Maslow's hierarchy. It's very, very interesting. I'm just giving you a snapshot today. Okay, so every day you start at the bottom and you work your way up. And then about lunchtime, I'm back at the bottom again because I might get a little hangry. So you might hit the bottom more than once every time you need to eat. Okay, here are the traits of a self-actualized person. Okay, the person that reaches the top, these are some of their traits. And I'm just going to give you 13 of them. You may be able to find more, but let's just take the 13 traits that were shared with me through Mary Kay. Okay, number 1, you're reality-centered. It doesn't mean that you think inside your reality all the time, because we have to be hopeful and we have to live with hope in our heart. But you do know that reality is there. You need food and water, so you just know it's real. Okay. Number 2, you're a problem solver. Rather than seeing a problem as a pothole that you're going to fall into, you're just seeing the pothole as a little bump in the road, and you're going to figure out how to get under, over, around, or through anything that gets in your way. And so you are a problem solver. You will figure it out. No matter what happens, you will figure it out. Okay. Number 3, we have a different perception of means and ends. So some people think, oh, I called 10 people and nobody booked a party with me. That's it. I'm not supposed to do Mary Kay. Well, no, that's not it at all. Number 1, I would stop and say, how many of those 10 people you called did you actually talk to? How many did you leave a message for? And who were you calling? And where were they in their hierarchy of needs when you spoke with them? Those messages like that really aren't messages from God and your God-given gift anyway. I always think those are messages from the devil. So you have a different perception of the means and the ends. Okay, number 4, you have a need for privacy and you're comfortable being alone, which is kind of interesting at the workshop we were at today. And people are kind of all gathered around tables, and then everybody kind of shifted around, and I had a whole table to myself, and I was okay with that. I liked having my own space and being able to spread out. And there was a time when I would have needed to have been with people to have felt happy. And I don't need that anymore. I'm happy with me. And so that is really a good feeling, is when you can feel happy with you. Okay. The next is you're independent from social pressure. Sorry, the phone's ringing. You're independent from social pressures and the environment. So people are going to try and put social pressures on you. You are going to hear from all kinds of people about, and I'm just relating everything to Mary Kay, but please know this is everything in life. There are social pressures. People are going to pressure you to do things that you know are not right. And you have to be confident enough in yourself to know, that's not good for me, no thank you. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay to stand up for yourself. In fact, it's really fabulous, actually. Okay. Number 6, you have democratic values. You believe everybody is wonderful. And I'm not talking about democratic as in political parties at the time of the world we're at right now, but democratic is in the keeping things fair and that you believe in everyone. Number 7, you enjoy relationships with others. You practice heart-centered learning. Don't make a heart like that. You practice heart-centered learning, truly being present in the moment, listening to people and hearing what they have to say. You have a non-hostile sense of humor. So if somebody has something, a joke or something they tell you, you just take it, you laugh, and you do not take it personally. Okay? Jokes are not meant to be harmful. Okay? Non-hostile sense of humor. Number 9, you have an acceptance of self and others. And that's part of looking yourself in the eye when you get up in the morning and saying, hello, gorgeous. I love you. I believe in you. You are amazing. You can do powerful things. You are powerful beyond your own belief. What are you saying to yourself in the morning? You need to accept yourself and to accept others, that you cannot change other people. You are not responsible for other people's choices. Anything someone else chooses to do, that's their own responsibility. We are not responsible. Number 10, you're simple and spontaneous. You like to just keep things simple, but if a great opportunity comes along, you are going to try it. Okay, as long as it's legal, All right. Number 11, you see ordinary things with wonder and awe. So driving up to Minot today, I could not believe how beautiful it was out this morning, and the sunset was coming up. And I was so grateful that I got to see it. So you have to see ordinary things around you and appreciate them. Appreciate who you are, where you are, what you see, what you do. Number 12, you are creative, inventive, and original. Okay, you may not be creative, but you can take something that somebody else made and be a great copier. Because that's okay. In Mary Kay, when we have one idea and keep it to ourselves, we just have one idea. When we have lots of ideas and we share and we brainstorm, we become even more creative. So I know that's at the top of being a self-actualized person, but what the heck? I love to brainstorm, because when we get our brains together, we become more intelligent. And number 13, you have many peak experiences. And I don't mean peak as in a mountaintop experience, but it might be a mountaintop experience for you. It might be something just totally wonderful and amazing, and you may just get to the top. But what it really means is celebrating your worth, celebrating what you do, celebrating your wins and victories. Okay? Every day is a celebration. When you get up and look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you, you powerful, incredible, amazing woman, celebrate that. Because you are building your own self-esteem. So celebrating your peak experiences, which means every time something good happens, you celebrate. You can do a happy dance, you can clap your hands, you can shout, ta-da, whatever you want to do. But celebrate the peak experiences, okay? So your homework for this week is just to write down those thoughts that come to your head that aren't maybe such good thoughts. And if you want to share those with me, and you want me to help you write sentences to replace those, that's awesome. Because it's really impossible to eliminate thoughts from your brain, but you can replace them. So as part of our hierarchy and learning to work to the self-transcendence, because that's our goal, by sometime in our life, we all want to be able to have that and to just only think of others and what we can do for them. But part of that is working on our self-esteem and our self-confidence along the way. So when you have a thought, you can keep it in a little notebook if you want, or a piece of paper in the bathroom, wherever works for you, at the bathroom counter, beside your bed, wherever is easiest for you. Just make a list of those thoughts as they go through your head. And I'll do the same thing. And if you want to share them with me, awesome. Let's do that via private message, text, or email, or phone call, whatever you prefer. And then let's work on a new replacement thought. Okay, remember, you can't eliminate it, but you can replace the thought in your brain. Okay, I love you. I believe in you. This is a crash course in Maslow's hierarchy. And just know that you have to start at the bottom every morning when you wake up. We start at the bottom, and we have to meet all those needs to make it to the top. Okay, I love you. I believe in you. You are an amazing woman. Have a spectacular Saturday evening, and thanks for sharing it with me. I love you. Mwah.